Uplands. You own everything.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the viral Drag Race moments that gained a life outside of the show. For this list, we're focused on the American editions of the show, so no international Drag Race or social media posts will be included. Spoilers ahead.
Baby, you can't read the doll.
Number 20. Get those nuts away from my face. As one of the most beloved queens ever to grace the stage of RuPaul's Drag Race, it makes sense that many of Latrice Royale's most memorable moments have become iconic memes of their own.
Girl, the shade of it all.
From the 5 Gs to her comments on the horrendous Season 4 Snatch Game, she has a knack for expressing exactly what the audience is feeling.
The level of unprofessionalism, far too much.
Her most memorable meme-ment comes from the acting challenge where she played a prison guard, and in a moment of over-the-top brilliance, delivered the line,
Get those nuts away from my face.
The moment has since become a staple reaction for anyone who wants to get anything away from their face.
Get those nuts away from my face.
Number 19. Party. Alaska was a frontrunner for most of the second All-Star season. And from her high horse, she issued subtle shade to fellow competitor Katya by comparing one of her looks to Adore Delano, a queen beloved by many but whose drag some view as sloppy. When Alaska finally landed in the bottom, she had what can politely be termed an emotional breakdown. Sitting down with Katya, she poured her heart out to stay in the game. From her position of power, Katya issued a one-word response that was nonchalant, cold as ice, and a reference to Ms. Delano.
I need to go to the end of this competition. I need to. Party.
Although you could see Katya's smile underneath, Alaska was not finding any humor in the situation. Her ensuing tantrum became her most dramatic moment.
I'm shocked with Alaska's behavior. She's really acting like a brat, and it's not attractive.
The fact that it was triggered by Katya, who is almost famously non-confrontational, just made it even funnier. Since then, fan edits of the scene have added flair and context to a moment that was probably not as tense as it was portrayed. Number 18. Club 96. It's one of those so bad it's good moments that makes the show pure fun at every turn.
Welcome to Club 96, a place for the fashion aware. Feel free to gawk, feel free to stare. Club 96.
The All-Stars 4 queens were tasked with creating an exclusive nightclub experience right on the Drag Race set. Naomi Smalls and Valentina decided to add to the mystique of their creation by repeating its name in a sultry whisper over and over again.
Even Amanda Lepore, a lip gloss goddess, Swarovski crystals all over her bodice. Club 96.
It may have landed them in the bottom, but if the winner of the challenge was based on social media engagement, they would have won for sure. Club 96 was showing up in the most bizarre places afterwards. Number 17. Your tone seems very pointed right now.
I mean, they want people here with talent, not people that are sitting there trying to live through their shoe names and their clothes names.
Talent.
In Season 4, Fifi O'Hara seemed to delight in the drama. From the shouting match with Sharon Needles,
Go back to Party City where you belong,
to this exchange with Willem, it was clear that the contestant did not come here to make friends. Willem, by contrast, was always nonchalant and rather flazé-da. This difference in attitudes came to a head when Fifi came after Willem for seemingly being more interested in shoes than competing in a talent competition.
You don't have any talent. This is a show for talented people, not people that know how to buy shoes. You should.
After Fifi's rant came to a close, Willem proceeded to undercut the entire thing with this dispassionate comeback.
Your tone seems very pointed right now.
Thus providing us with an immortal comeback to anyone taking themselves too seriously.
How's that?
Number 16. Facts are facts. If you're looking for a queen who always told it like it was, look no further than Mo Hart, America.
No shade. Facts are facts.
This queen became notorious for her candid confessions to camera, as well as her spirited exchanges with judges over certain fabric prints.
I saw it and I was like, oh, brown cow, stunning.
The pinnacle of this energy was her now iconic catchphrase.
Facts are facts.
Beautiful, elegant, undeniable in its simplicity. The phrase is an instant antidote to any delusion and applicable to any situation with, well, facts. This was evidenced by Mo's own admission when she didn't know her words during the lip sync where she was eliminated.
And that's a fact. And facts are facts.
Number 15. F my drag, right? Feeling undervalued at work? Did someone give you the most backhanded compliment ever? Well, Season 7 contestant and All-Stars 3 finalist Kennedy Davenport has just the reaction gif for you. One of her most memorable and memeable moments came in the 3rd episode. Fellow contestant Milk told Shangela that she didn't agree with her decision to send Thor home.
I think I would have chosen Thorgy to stay. I find Thorgy's concepts in her looks much more exciting.
The implication was that she would have eliminated Kennedy, who was literally sitting inches away from her. Miss Davenport's confessional response was priceless.
My drag, right? Because basically that's what you're saying, and you talking like I'm not even here.
Clearly, the two had tension throughout the first half of the season. In a stroke of poetic genius, Kennedy would send Milk home at the end of that same episode. Number 14. Thorgy's elimination. Most Drag Race queens take their elimination with grace. Some can even leave with a dash of humor. Thorgy Thor is not most queens. Quirky, irreverent, and genuinely original, she wasn't shy about making her feelings known.
I'm not really like a huge Pink fan.
Drag Pink. Drag her.
You
want to say anything to Pink, personally?
I really just don't like her. She's a bad seed on this earth.
So, on All-Stars 3, when Shangela pulled Thorgy Thor's lipstick out of her top, the Season 8 queen couldn't help but make her feelings known. Her reaction of unchecked disgust became instant meme fuel for all of the internet to use.
Oh, Jesus. Gross.
It provides the most dramatic and succinct response to any unhinged internet post, or even to a minor inconvenience. Number 13. Laganja feels very attacked. At first, her boisterous and loud personality was seen as quirky, if a little annoying. Then, as her fellow competitors got to know her better, they accused Laganja Estranja of playing up a persona for the cameras. Things came to a boiling point in Untucked, when Bianca Del Rio basically opened the floor for a referendum on Laganja's behavior, and things quickly devolved from there.
I believe that you've come into this competition with an act. You came in, waterworks, woe is me, woe is me, woe is me, and you're not even given a true story.
They assure her they're not trying to attack her, but she's not exactly feeling the love in that moment. It doesn't help that she's in a huge pink wig that's shaking a bunch.
Ganja, I didn't want to make it that everybody was attacking you. I feel very attacked.
Relax, relax.
The GIF has been making the rounds on social media for years since the whole fight aired. Number 12. Walking children in nature. You want wild? Well, you got it with this Season 1 queen. Tammy Brown was always operating on her own wavelength, and you can either get with the program or stay confused. She is the queen of non sequiturs.
I'm a high concept character. In the 7th grade, they said, "You're crazy." I said, "Okay, I like that. Crazy sticks to me." Like ribs.
She's also one of the few to ever get in a real spat with host RuPaul. At the very first reunion, she took issue with the judges' negative criticism and pointed out that they're not perfect either. Of course, she said it in her own brilliantly surreal Tammy Brown way.
Yes, you both call me losers. And I don't see you out there walking children in nature.
Walking children in nature is an oddly specific and unforgettable piece of early Drag Race meme culture. Number 11. Choices. No need to thank her. Creating memeable moments is sort of her thing. When Tatiana made her triumphant return to the workroom for All-Stars 2, she brought with her a treasure trove of iconic quotes. Chief among them was the shady, versatile, and efficient catchphrase, choices.
We all make choices, but that was a choice.
It's only one word, but it more than gets the message across. She used it several times during the season, and every time was more delicious and pointed than the last.
Wearing chartreuse doesn't work for everybody. Choices.
When you want to subtly but firmly tell someone they need to do better, look no further. Number 10. Is she gonna jump from there? After some missteps on her original season, Aja's talent show number announced her as a credible threat for the All-Stars crown.
Ooh, she looks even uglier out of drag. I just can't take you. How unfortunate.
Delivering a mix of ballroom performance and acrobatics alongside a lip sync, she wowed the audience with a series of stunts that caught everyone's attention. When she started climbing a stage block, it was fellow contestant Milk who uttered this now well-known question. Well, yes, she definitely did jump from there. The captioned image ended up having a pretty wide range of uses. Some of the best variations on this particular meme were even collected for a BuzzFeed article soon after the episode aired. Number 9. Jan is safe. After weeks of waiting for a challenge to show off her singing and dancing talents, no one was more excited for Season 12's Madonna the Rusical than Jan.
I'm a singer, I'm a dancer, so to be a part of it and to think that I could possibly win it is astounding.
Despite not getting her preferred role, she still gave one of the most genuinely powerful Rusical performances to date, landing her in the top. We saw her growing increasingly excited for her first win, only to hear Ru utter those fateful words.
Jan, tonight you ruled the world. You are safe.
Jan's jubilant optimism quickly turned into a jaded look of disbelief in what is now known as the face crack of the century. While fellow castmates Jada and Heidi certainly had their moments,
what if I'm the trade of the season?
It's hard to argue that there was a bigger meme to come out of Season 12 than this one. Number 8. Roxy's verse. Let's make one thing perfectly clear. Read You Wrote You is still one of the entire franchise's best original tracks. Alaska, Detox, and Katya all shined in the finale number, which required them to bring the hit to life on stage after writing verses and recording it. But it was Season 5 runner-up Roxxxy Andrews whose contribution to the song became instantly iconic.
I'm Roxxxy Andrews and I'm here to make it clear. I know you love me, baby. That's why you brought me here. Was a bitch on Season 5. I'm gonna make it right. Give me a sewing challenge and I'll give you what you like.
Her verse arguably wasn't as smooth or polished or clever as the other three, but it doesn't even matter. It's the one we remember the most. Now, Roxxxy and the phrase "make it clear" have become forever linked.
It's just something that was so goofy, and I was trying to show how silly I could be, at the same time do the challenge, and people loved it. And they loved it because it was so stupid.
Number 7. DeLa self-eliminates. According to All Stars 3 rules, the top queen who won the week's lip sync pulled the lipstick of the contestant she wanted to send home. De La Creme broke protocol and pulled her own lipstick.
Is the easiest choice that I have had to make this entire season. I'm going home.
Looking over the potential queens, she decided to quit while she was ahead. She simply scribbled out the real name and wrote her own using whiteout. Even Ru had no idea what to say.
I don't know how to take this.
I feel so good. I feel like I'm going home winning.
It wasn't just a classy and incredibly dramatic way for her to leave the season on top. DeLa's simple statement also became a clutch gif for any introvert who's ever left a social event early. Number 6. Back rolls. Alyssa Edwards is known for many memeable moments, from rolling around as Annie Oakley to her spirited exchanges with rival Coco Montrese.
I'm not joking, bitch.
However, her conception as a meme queen arguably all started with this untucked moment, where fellow castmate Jade Jolie claimed Edwards was bullying her and decided to hit back with her own reads.
Oh, you had rolls all over the place in the back. It was disgusting.
This prompted Edwards to reply with utter bewilderment to the confessional camera.
Back rolls.
It's a perfect moment to represent a feeling of complete disorientation. It also doesn't hurt that it comes with the complimentary meme mint of Coco egging on Jade behind the scenes.
Get her, Jade.
Number 5. Because I am what?
I don't have a sugar daddy, sweetheart. Everything that I've had, I've worked for.
Though Shangela's star has since plummeted after multiple sexual assault allegations came out in the 2020s, it's hard to ignore that she seemed destined for fame as early as her brief stage appearance in Season 2.
But I have a feeling we haven't seen the last of you yet.
So, when she got a chance for redemption in the following season, all eyes were on her to prove that she had staying power. Fortunately for everyone except Mimi I'm First, we got a glimpse of her fortitude in an early episode of Untucked. The two queens took escalating jabs at one another until Mimi claimed Shangela had a sugar daddy, seemingly out of the blue.
Boo, just because you got a sugar daddy who pays for everything for you. Oh.
This did not sit well with Shangela, who went on one of the most iconic reality TV rants of all time.
I don't have a sugar daddy. I've never had a sugar daddy. If I wanted a sugar daddy, yes, I probably could go out and get one because I am what? Sickening. You could never have a sugar daddy because you are not that kind of girl.
Every time we feel like we are not that kind of girl, this quote reminds us that we are what?
Sickening.
Number 4. I'd like to keep it on, please.
Take that thing off of your mouth.
There's no way we could make it through this list without including Valentina.
Sending me home doesn't make sense with my fantasy.
In this Season 9 elimination, Valentina came to the stage sporting the face mask she wore on her runway. As the music started and her face was not visible, the judges became visibly confused before Ru stopped the music to chastise Valentina.
Valentina, this is a lip sync for your life. We need to see your lips.
When Ru demanded to see her lips, Valentina politely declined.
I'd like to keep it on, please.
And while Valentina eventually complied, the moment had already been immortalized. Extra points for how well it aged into 2020 and beyond. Number 3, Linda Evangelista.
Valentina.
I wrote down Linda Evangelista.
Jealousy is a hell of a drug. Early on in season 9, when the queens were given a challenge to create a Disney princess look from scratch, Aja's concept did not stand up to scrutiny from the judges, while Valentina seemingly could do no wrong.
This outfit is really gorgeous.
This prompted a behind-the-scenes exchange in Untucked, where Aja took center stage to mock how all the judges fawned over Valentina's every move.
You're perfect, you're beautiful, you look like Linda Evangelista, you're a model.
It's since become the go-to moment to describe how we feel when we think someone's getting undue praise, or just when we're feeling the fantasy. Number 2, Miss Vanjie. While it's customary for eliminated queens to give a final word before leaving the runway, Season 10's first eliminated contestant somehow reinvented the wheel with this iconic exit. After Vanessa Vanjie Mateo lost her lip sync, she sashayed away while walking backwards off the stage, repeating her name 3 times.
Miss Vanjie, Miss Vanjie, Miss Vanjie.
She was barely off the stage before Ru and Michelle started laughing about it.
Miss Vanjie, Miss Vanjie, Miss Vanjie.
And by the next episode, the queens had already adopted it into their vocabulary. And when the episode finally aired, an icon was born.
Vanessa may be gone, but Vanjie lives on, honey. Vanjie!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Not today, Satan. You knew it was coming.
Not tonight, Satan. Not tonight.
Part of what endeared audiences to Bianca Del Rio was her ability to call things as she saw them.
Let me ask you a very fair question. What do you do successfully?
This came to a head when late in season 6, fellow frontrunner Courtney Act made some shady comments about Bianca's lack of variation over the season.
I kind of was thinking that you would turn out something that we hadn't seen.
We see Bianca give her the stink eye in the workroom before cutting to her confessional where she delivers the now iconic line.
Not today, Satan. Not today.
It was a perfect declaration against all those who tear us down, and has since been immortalized in everything from reaction GIFs to major media franchises.
Well, I say, not today, Satan.
Which Drag Race meme do you think deserved a spot on this list? Tell us in the comments.
It's chocolate.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.